Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and I haven't been on for a few weeks. I had a few medical complications, so I hopefully that mostly they're behind me now. So I'm still working on it a little bit. My eyes still a little messed up, but it's coming together. And I want to say just how much I missed everybody. I'm not doing this. It becomes part of your life when you just get to sit and talk to your friends and talk paintball and have other people jump in and listen and it's just something that's really special for me. And I can never ever thank everybody enough. All the people that got a hold of me when I was down, and it's gratifying. I appreciate all the well wishers. Can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate the people that tune in, and even the ones that don't watch it live, they watch it the next day or the day after. They take the time to jump on to see what's going on, and it's gratifying for me. It really, really is. And I want you all to know out there just exactly how much I appreciate all of this. It's a big thing, and something, like a lot of you youngsters that are watching, the older you get, the more you're going to understand what I'm saying, the more you appreciate your friends, the more you appreciate people, appreciating you and treating you like somebody. Everybody should treat everybody the same, but unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. I got a great fun here tonight. I've got my brother, my older brother though. I got my older brother, Mr. Bud Orr. The best of the best. Hey, Paul, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Paul Farrell, I got to mention him real quick. Paul Farrell watched. I can't even go back how long Paul Farrell's been watching when I have my podcasts and stuff like that. And you just don't understand, Paul, how much it means to me. It's absolutely terrific, really, really is. And also tonight, I got Damon Fowler on tonight. We're going to talk. Damon's got an event coming up. I've been talking about. It's Area 53. And it's in August, so we got time. But we're going to let Dame tell us a little bit about it, and we're trying to make his event big, because what do we want to do for paintball? We want to make it bigger and better. Duh. So anyhow, we're having Dame on tonight. And then we got my other little buddy on. This is a guy that I've got to hang with quite a bit when I travel around and stuff like that. I got Andy Strat on tonight. He's a kick in the pants. He has the Alley Remember Foundation, and this coming week, he is actually going to be having his event in Aurora, Colorado. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, because what we're trying to do is we want to get people out to these events. Because, like I say, hey, what's going on, Eric? Because, like I say, people, when they have an event like this, even if you're not going to play or you can't do anything, if you show up, it's like a crowd. You're walking down the street and you see a crowd. You're like, whoa, something's got to be happening there, eh? So you walk over and you check out the crowd and see what's going on. Well, it's the same way paintball. The more people that see people going to things like this, the more people are going to come to it. And, that's what draws people into the sport. They'll come out and they'll go, wow, that looks cool. Oh, I could have took that guy if I was playing. And next thing you know, they're out there trying it. So that's what we're trying to do. So tonight we're going to have Bud, Damien, and Andy on here tonight. A few things I want to mention real quick. No, I'm not going to Hawaii because I'm not allowed to fly yet. Okay. But hopefully the old ticket will get better and I can fly here pretty soon. The reason I got this shirt on is we've been losing people left and right over the past few months. We lost Joe West, J&J Barrels, and then about a month and a half ago, we lost Aaron Carter Machine Shop down in LA. Great guy. Aaron, big Hawaii guy. And then just lately, we lost Jessica Cortez. Now, Jessica is one of them ladies that, she watched the show every week. I got to meet her. I got to hang out with her at a couple of the events. What a terrific lady. She had a heart operation, And I talked to her, and last I heard from her, she says, "Yeah, I had the heart up to go, Fred, and everything seems to be going great. I'm feeling better every day." And now we lost her. So Aaron Carter wanted to be buried in Hawaii. So Aaron Carter was flown home, and he arrived back at his home in Hawaii to be buried yesterday. And Jessica Cortez had her funeral yesterday. The reason I mention these people, it's not trying to be morbid at all. It's trying to remember. I think people that are great for paintball should never be forgotten, whether they're with us or they're not with us. I think it's a plus for our sport if we remember these people. So anyhow, that's what I'm trying to do. And Aaron, Jessica, myself, the paintball community, we absolutely love you. Just no doubt about it. So tonight, like I said, we've got Damon Fowler on tonight. He's got a Area 53. It's going to be coming up in August. So we've got time, but I wanted to get Damon on tonight so we can bring his numbers up. Whatever numbers he had last year, we definitely want more this year. So that's what we're going to do. And then I've got Andy on because Andy does the Ellie Remember Foundations. Hey, Gumby, my brother. Love you, my friend. So we got Andy on tonight because Andy does the Ellie Remember Foundation. And they're having their annual, I guess, big game and event and giveaway and everything else Andy gets going. Without a playbook, it's hard to keep up with Andy's got going on. But anyhow, that's going to be this coming weekend in Aurora, too. So we've got Andy on. And just a couple of things I want to mention here, is Bud Orr always takes the time to talk to people and to go do things. And Bud was down there at Aaron's deal down at SC Village, and Giovanni D'Egidio, owner of SC Village, he was very cool. He was out there. It was just a great crowd that were there, and I got to meet Aaron's all of his daughters and his family and stuff like that, and I just thought it was absolutely terrific. And I just want to mention that SC Village is having that kids thing too. And one was this week, 3rd through the 7th, and another is the 10th through the 14th. And it's for youngsters, for young kids, 7 to 12. It's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the parents can just drop the kids off, and they teach them, paintball, jelly ball, just all kinds of things. It's like a camp, a paintball camp. Very, very cool. So let me get my shout out so I can get these guys out here right away. I start every week with Tim Schloss. Yeah, he has Gateway Paintball in St. Louis and Tiger Stripe Camouflage. And Easter, I don't know if he's watching or not, but I know he does come up and watch the show probably tomorrow. Anyhow, he was sporting the camo this last weekend, and it was absolutely cool. Yeah, I gotta love it. It's the original camouflage that Timmy put out years ago, and if you get a chance, they got it at Social Paintball. Plus, Gateway Paintball has the last of the WCPL tournaments this year, and it's going to be absolutely great. And we've got Wes Wong watching. I've been trying to get Wes on. I'm going to have Bud call him. Once I put Bud on, Bud's like a pit bull. Man, people go, oh, yeah, anything you want, Bud. So, I'm going to have to put Bud onto Wes. And Jim Lively, too. Jim's watching. Jim is another one that was down there at SC Village for Aaron's deal, I'll call it, because it was there, and then it was also in Gardenia the following day. And Jim flew all the way out there from Oregon to spend time with us at SC Village. And seeing Jim, I thought was, first of all, outstanding. I love the guy. I've loved him for a lot of years. He's very good for paintball and done an awful lot for paintball over the years. An awful lot, period. So, and he doesn't usually ring his bell, so I ring it for him. But anyhow, he must be watching, or otherwise they would not be saying, hello, Jim Lively. Jim, we love you, and thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have to send Bud after you, too. I know it's going to scare you and Wes, but, boy, Bud's going to be coming for you. He's going to be coming. So, anyhow, let me get these through real quick, because I got to drag them out right now. Dan and John Colby, Air America back in the day, Immortal Air today. Best system on the market as far as I'm concerned. Bud Orr, I'm not going to say nothing about Bud Orr because Bud will be out here in just a little bit. And everybody will talk about Bud all the time. It's pretty cool. Tom K, my very second marker sponsor for years, years, and years with Airgun Designs, the Automag. Rainey and Juvie Boucher, Paintball News, great, great newspaper. I wish everybody nowadays could go out to the field and pick one up like we got the pleasure of doing back in the day. It just told you it was like the Bible of paintball. It was outstanding. Randy Camilla. Now, Randy was also down there for Aaron Carter's tribute. He wasn't at SC, but he was in Gardenia the next day. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the Gardenia thing, but I had a great time at SC with everybody there. Jerry Braun, Paintball Sports Field, Paintball Sports Magazine back in the day. Ross Alexander, my very first marker sponsor, Line SI. Jim Lively. And I mentioned Jim. He's watching too. Jim Lively's tournament back in the day in Tennessee. Two things you wanted to do back in the day. You wanted to do Lively's Masters and Jerry Braun's World Cup. The Masters was, I mean, incredible is such a small word. It was just like a homecoming of people, and everybody take note, and understand that look around to your friends, look around the people you love to hang with, love the people you'd like to talk to and have a good time with. I bet you 90% of them are paintball people. If it wasn't for paintball, you probably wouldn't know any of these people. I wouldn't know anybody that's on a show tonight if it wasn't for paintball. I wouldn't have a gazillion friends if it wasn't for paintball. It's a big thing. It really, really is. So, Jim, you're great. We love you, buddy. And then Gino from Velkin. Gino does a lot of stuff behind the scenes for paintball. So I mention him every week because he's a pretty good guy. And then my two little young guns, Jaden and Mark Gong Jr. Love them guys. They're getting older, man. They were kids, and I was younger. Now I'm older, and they're still kids. Another thing that sucks. Anyhow, I say we're going to start bringing these people out here real quick. And I'm going to start with the guy that goes back a long, long ways. Him and I have been in this paintball deal for over 40 years now. I just love the guy, period. Cut and dry. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Budor.
Hi, everyone. How you doing?
Bud?
Hey, thanks for having me on,
Oh,
Jim.
come on, buddy. God, you
Fred.
got an automatic invite. You're special. I special is a weak word for what I think of you, but I'm just going to have to go with special. And I don't mean
You're,
short bus special.
you're,
I mean just a special person. So,
you're making me blush.
well, that's cool.
see,
How do you like
see,
my
see
outfit
all,
tonight?
see all the
Yeah,
red?
I still got a little red going in this eye here, so
Yeah, I
it's
noticed that. You keep
it,
winking at me. Don't wink
yeah,
at me
I
anymore.
know that's what I was afraid of. I'm afraid to go out. My wife goes, "Are you hitting on that guy and that girl?" I go, "No, honey, it's just my eye twitching." So, but yeah, it's getting better, but yeah, it's still a little blurry. I'm kind of lost on a few things, but I'm getting there. But we got a couple good guys on here tonight. You know that?
Oh yeah, yeah, they're great guys. Yeah,
Great guys, absolutely
definitely.
right.
Yeah.
Yep, and they've got a couple good events. The LA Remember Foundation is a big thing. I got to go there last year and just absolutely loved it. I can't
That
fly this year, but definitely thinking about maybe driving out there. We'll see what happens. So I'm still healing up a little bit, so I'm still a little sore. So, but it is what it is. You know the feeling, bud. You went through.
Oh yeah, been there, done that. So.
Yeah, yeah. Just about everything you've been there and done that, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Got
Well, you
to.
get my age, you don't let anything slide by that you can't take a piece of, or
There you go.
have a feeling for, And I've
There, there,
had a
there you go.
feeling for what you have. So,
All the way down to heart surgery too. That's amazing.
oh yeah,
Gotta love
yeah.
it.
I had to check that out. Never been in a
Yeah,
hospital in my life, and then I end up for that. So, but it's cool.
yeah,
Everything's good.
yeah. My heart actually feels better. If I get rid of this up here, I'll be a happy camper. Believe me. So, but it's on the mend. At
Oh
least I
yeah.
can see now a little bit. So it's getting better. So, what do you say we drag these guys out and let's talk a little paintball with them, bud? What do you say?
Well, I'm all for it, man. They're great people.
Absolutely.
Quicker the better. Yeah.
I agree fully. I'm going to start with a guy that he busts my chops all the time, but I like the guy. I guess I like a guy that busts my chops. I don't like a boring guy, and this guy isn't boring. Not the best looking guy, but definitely not boring. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Andy Scarrett.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't born with your looks, Cap.
Jealous, you'll get you nowhere. How
I
you
know.
doing?
But I'm going to bust your chops, Captain, because you don't have the link for the show on the Flagpole Productions page.
Well, I've got it up here, and right here, it says it's live on Flagpole Productions.
I'm not
Yeah,
seeing the link on that, so I've been posting sitting in
I
the
mean,
green room.
well,
Posting
what
links
happens too
out
is
for you.
afterwards, yeah, because we're live. I mean, we got people watching and everything.
Oh,
too,
yeah, we do.
so, yeah, it just I had Daniel Baki jumped on when Facebook cut everything off, and Daniel Baki put it together, and I still don't. It says it's on Facebook up here. It's checked, but
It's
it
on
just
your
doesn't.
personal page.
Yeah, it's on my personal page, but it's not. It's checked for Facebook, but it's not pulling up on Flagpole either. So, but yeah, it's on my personal page.
I was just, doing the team thing and looking out
Oh,
for
I
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, no,
Don't
it's all
stop
good.
posting.
I got another guy that I want to bring on tonight. That's a pretty cool guy. Got a heck of a product, and he's got a heck of an event coming up in August. Not quite as quick as yours, but we're going to give him a little airtime too. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Damon Gator Melee Fowler. What's going on, Damon?
Hey,
What's
Daniel.
up? How is it? How is everybody?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good actually. I just I don't know why it doesn't show up on Flagpole. I got it up here, but Daniel switched some stuff around for me, and I don't know how to unswitch it. But it is what it is. We still get all kinds of people that watch it. So anyhow, Damon, I'm going to start with you real quick. Now you got an event coming up in August, something that you worked on last year, also. Am I correct?
Yeah, so this is we are putting on Area 53 at OX Angelica, formerly GRC, up in Angelica, New York. This is actually will be year three for this event. Started out as a one-day event, and we went and we asked all the players at the end of the one-day event. We handed out 3x5 index cards and said, "We want to know what you thought, good, bad, or indifferent." And you got all your normal responses. Oh, there was guys cheating and blah, blah. But the one thing that everybody said they wished it could be was a 2-day event. So we looked at the field owner and said, "What do you think?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So we ran it 2-day the next year. We went from 160-ish people the first year to 220 plus people last year. Our goal is to break 250 this year. That's what I'm hoping for. Our numbers sound pretty good so far, which is awesome. But it all started out as this crazy idea I had with the original arcade game, Area 51, where you had the red and the blue gun and you went and you shot aliens. And it just has kind of grown from there.
Wow, very cool. So you've already had, the way I understand it, you got over 200 registered already, pre-registered. Is that right?
From what I understand, the numbers are over 200 currently, which is just awesome. We have, two great generals, and their XO and support staff are phenomenal for the event. So we're really looking forward. We're really looking forward to, getting everybody out there, having an event. Brian Barno, who owns the field, he has been majorly supportive of the event. And anytime I need anything, he's right there for us. So we're looking to have a great event again. The event goes on. We have vendors up there, and it's not a ton. It's not like what you see at like Monster Game or anything like that. But we do have some vendors up there, and we do have all weekend swap meet. So anybody that has anything they want to buy, sell, trade, whatever, we have that going on over the course of the weekend as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, just a little bit of something, everything. You know me, I'm always look on the lookout for those old markers, especially those autocockers. Uh, that's just how I roll. I just recently added a Fireball Mountain Gothic to my collection of autocockers, one of my bucket list cockers. So, but yeah,
Very cool.
the event is building up great. We set the event to have something for all types of players, from inexperienced to experienced, speedballers to woods ballers to magfed to first strikers to havoc launchers. The only thing we don't have is tanks, because it's not a field that's equipped to do tanks.
There you go.
But we still let them blow up buildings with with havoc launchers. So they appreciate that.
That's cool. Yeah, no, they just had the big game at Monte Casino at Paintball to Go back there, and Joe and his wife Angie, they always put on a great show too. That's the kind of stuff that it's just good for paintball. I mean, same thing with Andy's event. It's just good for the sport of paintball. I hear people talk all the time about, oh yeah, I want to build paintball, I want to do this, but 90% of it I hear is nothing but lip service. I don't hear anybody out there pounding the beat to go ahead to make that happen. And now your event's coming up this coming weekend. Am I right now, Andy?
Yeah, it's coming up Sunday.
Yeah, now I got to go to that last year. I had a great time. Plus, I pulled a flag. So,
it's true, he did.
Yes, I did. And I got the crap shot out of me. But other
It was
than
in the
that,
ref's back pocket, but you pulled it.
I rolled a quarter down. It goes, "Is that yours?" He bent over to get it. I pulled that flag. So, but I had a great time there. I really, really did. And I had people that they drove a long ways just to come there and hang out. I thought it was just absolutely fantastic. So, how's the weather look this year for you?
It'll probably be 80s this time, since it's earlier in the year. I think there was a possibility of rain, but that's every day this time of year out here. So they said it was going to rain today, and it was like 85, and it didn't rain. So
Got it.
maybe we'll get it. It'll cool it down just a little bit, but it should be good.
Cool. You're going to do the same thing you did last year. Now you got a big game. You got an auction. You got all kinds of stuff. Explain a little bit about how the day went last year, other than having fun.
Well, Bud, being a member of the board for Ellie, remembered busy just doing all this work for us. Love you, Bud. He doesn't know half the stuff I've been up to, actually.
That's why he still loves you. Go ahead.
Yeah. We've got the auction is up. Actually, I just received from Leds at Planet Eclipse. Sent us a bunch of prototype hats.
Oh,
Shirts
very cool.
and stuff. I'm going to get these up on the auction here tonight. Led sent a Immortal, these player cards.
Oh, right.
This is it's called a holo pack, I guess. It's unopened, it's brand new. Right now the current bid on this in my hand is $275.
Wow.
Stuff like that.
What exactly is that? Explain a little bit about
They
that.
are players cards that Planet Eclipse put out that have all the OGs and stuff like that, like you and Bud in there. I don't know if you guys cards are in there, because I'm not going to open it to find out. But I guess they're a very limited, thing from Planet Eclipse that are collector's items. So them being a supporter of Alley Remembered, Leds likes to toss in these unusual things,
Right.
stuff
Very
like that.
cool.
We've got from our own band members. So Rob Walker, who might be on here tonight, and Sandman from Airgun Designs, your favorite.
Yes.
Did
Beautiful.
up an auto mag where they've almost brand new. I think it got played with once, so we don't have the box and stuff for it. But him and Sandman went through this thing, did it all up in purple, polished it all up and everything. So we know it works because it's all Sandman and Rob. Current bid on this one right now is $275.
Right on.
And then on the auction, there's a bunch of for example, one of the kids you might know, Fred.
Hey, yeah.
So there's
Ah,
the 2023 Team USA jersey. That was Yosh's.
Row. Yep.
All right.
That's autographed.
Yep.
Um,
He lives right
obviously,
down the street from me. He's my buddy.
yep. I got Mean Gene, who's another band member, put in a All Star Alex Fraggy All Star autographed jersey.
Very cool.
So back in the was it 2006 or 2007 when it was still MPPL, they did a All Star team that the jerseys arrived late. From what Mean Gene told me, they didn't get to play in them, but he ended up, I guess, with all of them. They're autographed, and he shipped one of those. So that's up there on the site. There's uh, Houston Heat jerseys. There's other Dynasty jerseys up there. Some UK Predator stuff. I got shirts that are one of a kind, just like these hats. Prototype Planet Eclipse stuff I got to put up there. Dave Weiss Cooks on there. There's obviously Hormesis headbands
Yep.
that are up there. There is a King's Creator, the puzzle, because obviously with what we do with this game, the auction and everything, we combined it with our home field dynamic paintball and airsoft. Mike's been doing a autism game for 19 years now in a row. Might be 20, whatever it is. I'm sure he'll correct me later. Um, but we combined them both just to make it easier on everybody to come to one event instead of having to do two of them, like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's been great success. So all this with what we do for the field and all that all gets combined, and then we just split it between that and then what Mike will do for autism causes around. So definitely go check out the auction. I can post a link in here for it. The game also has our Colorado Championship Series round 2 coming up this Sunday. So the 5-man will be going on. That'll start at like 7:30 in the morning. There's like 18 teams or something signed up for that, all buying for that championship and the belts and everything that we've got. They'll be playing that. We'll get the games going on the rec field where we're out there playing, where you were pulling flags and stuff.
Right.
The raffle, there's all kinds of stuff from Planet. There's a 1 of 10 limited edition tracker amps that one of our local teams, Hostile Goats, that's an alley team, has put that up for special raffle. There's only 10 of them that were ever made, so that's probably going to be a real hot commodity going on. And just all kinds of stuff going on. We'll have the shooting range up again and all of that. The food trucks will be out there, and a lot of people out playing, having a good time, getting it done. We'll get the tournament over with, and those guys will come out and play on the rec field too, and we'll just have a big old war going on.
Yeah, I know. When I got to go there, I had a great time. And plus I got to meet a lot of new people. That's a big thing for me. It was a lot of fun, and man, I wish I could fly right now. I would definitely fly out there, but I was thinking about driving, but I'd have to leave on Friday, so we'll see what happens.
Well, you can just fly. Just tell the pilot to stay under 10,000 feet. And you don't have to pressurize the plane, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I feel like I was just set up because aren't your mountains 12,000 feet?
You could go around them. You just come down around, New Mexico.
Oh, I see.
Back up Colorado Springs, and you go right around the Rocky. They
Fly
stop
around
right
there,
down there.
Yeah, there you go. What do you think of that idea, Bud?
I love it. Yeah. I wish I could go.
Yeah.
But next year I'll be traveling. It's just a lot of issues going on still.
Yeah, that's what I've got. And and I told my doctor too. I says, I feel great to fly, and he said, yeah,
Like,
you
no.
feel great because it's not pressure up there. He said it's a little different when you get up there. I said, yeah, well, but it is what it is, and Andy definitely supports you. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
100%. I think it's great, and Bud, you've been involved with them for quite a while.
Day one.
Yeah, since shit, the beginning.
Yeah. Day
I
one.
can't remember when I don't know didn't know Andy back in the '80s.
Oh
So
yeah.
That's quite a
no,
while.
yeah, no, it was no. We were God, had to have been 30, 35, 38 years somewhere in there
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. I
Well,
think
Well,
I did.
this coming week will be 40 years for me. So my
wow.
first game. So
Well, they're having that the big game in September down at SC, and it's going to be SC's 40 years and yours and my 40 years. So I think we're going to all be at that big game at the same time. It should be pretty cool.
yeah, my shack is still there
Sure
after
is.
that many. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I go down there, I go visit that shack. Yeah, I don't get it too far into it because of the bees now, but other than that,
Oh no, they got them
it's
out of there. I
oh,
went
did
there.
it?
Yeah, they're all gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So
So Damon,
Yes,
your
sir.
event, yeah, your event that you got coming up now. You said that you're going to have different facets for different kinds of players and stuff like that. Exactly. You talk about the young players, the old players, the beginners, the pros. Maybe explain a little.
So when we set up and run the game, there's so many different aspects of the field. The field encompasses part of an airball field, a city, wooded field. There's a mounds field, and we basically have free reign to use all these fields. So we incorporate specific missions. We make specific missions that are geared towards, say, a mounds field or the airball field, where the speed ballers that are on the teams are going to have an advantage over that because they play those types of fields often. Your woods ballers are going to have more woods type styled missions. Your regular rec ball players that are used to playing in little towns and things like that are going to have their things. But we also make sure we set up some kids, some basically young gun only missions, to get these kids out there where they're going to go and be able to do some things and get some stuff done and not get lit up or smoked because you have experienced players there that are kind of, mining props and things along those lines.
Right.
We want everybody to show up to always have a good time. So we try to incorporate a little bit of something for everybody. So everybody that comes out to play, they can play their style of game, and it's not going to be, they're not going to be left out.
That is so cool. Yeah, because that's what's actually going to bring more people in. Is that knowing that there is because me, I like playing against somebody better than I am. That's just how I am. I just like the thrill of that. But a lot of kids don't. And you don't want to have them come out there the first time and get burnt out and not want to come back out and play a second time. So I think that's a pretty good way. And Bud, I'm sure you feel the same way about it too.
yeah, you got to take care of the newbies.
Oh yeah, I mean, without the kids, without the young guns, where's the sport going to go? I mean, I would love to say, yeah, I could play paintball forever, but we all know that's not going to happen.
Right. Yeah. Well, Bud
You
and I
know,
are giving it a shot.
I go to a lot of fields and a lot of games and stuff like that. But what I don't see is some of the field owners start trying to cater to the newbies coming in. They'll throw them out there with a bunch of guys been playing all their life, and they get lit up, and they're going to go home, and they're going to cry, because it hurts. And you need to, start a newbie area and teach them what kind of clothes to wear and make sure the guns are shooting the way they're supposed to. And there's all kinds of things to it. And that's the reason that I've always been a big fan of woods ball, and because you can run and hide and seek and you don't have to go out there and shoot 2,000 rounds a game without hitting nobody, you know. It,
Yep.
and I see more pro players today have been actually trying to train some of the new kids coming in, which I think is really, really good. But some of the fields I go to, that ain't happening. I mean, they got you got to take these kids underneath your arm and teach them. If you don't, we're going to be out of business. I mean, that's it in a
Yeah.
nutshell.
Bottom line.
Yep.
And Gio down at SC, I credit him. Him and his general manager Zala, they work pretty hard at getting certain groups into certain fields by themselves to play. Every time I've been down there, I kind of notice that you know they kind of put the kids where their level of playing is together, and then put them on a certain field. So I think,
Well,
and then they're doing this camp thing, all week long, bringing 7 to 12 years olds in, teaching them, all kinds about how to play paintball, jelly ball, all kinds of stuff. I think it's great what Geo and SC is doing.
Gio's been around forever,
Hmm.
and we've had numerous conversations about how to get new players in and stuff like that. So, and I've always been for the newbies. Without them, we don't go forward,
It's
and
true.
and he knows that. I mean, and we back in the day, we'd put in training classes for kids. And back then, I think 12 years old was the max, the
Yeah, the
minimum.
minimum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nowadays you got, Jelly Ball, which, people say, oh, I love it, because it introduces kids, and the key to any player that starts out very young is mom. You
Yep.
know, if a kid goes home and he's got welts all over him that are bleeding, do you think mom's going to say, "Oh yeah, well let's go do that some more so you can get bloody"?
There you go. Yep.
Hell no. You got to go out there and get mom involved, which we used to do that at SC Village. You know, moms would come in and drop their kids off and haul ass. Well, we did. I don't like that. I like mom to get involved with what we're doing and see what we're doing. So I talked to the heads of staff there, and so we made a TV room where the moms could sit in there and watch TV and talk to each other. They don't have to go home. There's a place for them to sit, which worked out fantastic because the kids are out there enjoying themselves. Mom's meeting new friends, which they need to do, and they talk paintball. And then they go from there and they go somewhere else and talk paintball. Well, that's this and that and the other. Well, mom said, no, 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 no. It's this, and this because we've showed them the best side of paintball, where we can talk and I'm
Check this
rattling
out.
on. I need to shut
Hey,
up. So,
I got this old guy on the phone that just called. What's
Mr.
going on,
Tim.
Tim?
I'm sitting here watching a show, and I just wanted to make a comment about what you guys are talking about.
We're
And
listening because
and
you do real good at your field. I've watched the kids out there. How you guys separate them and give them their own little field to play and have a good time.
well, let me tell you something. Bud told me something 15 years ago, and it's the absolute truth. He said this sport's going to do just fine as long as people are having fun, and that's the whole
Hmm.
thing. Is they're not having fun when they get out there and get shot up or get snubbed or get intimidated. You got to have an environment where these kids feel welcome.
Absolutely right. And that's one thing about your field, Tim. That's why I push the gateway paintball all the time,
I
because the way
appreciate
you've
it.
got it laid out, and when I was out there the last time I seen those kids out there was like 2 or 3 different birthday parties, and each one was separated with their own field, so they're out there having a good time with their friends. You know.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And we've had groups. I guess we've probably had 20 groups in the last 22 days. I mean, just every day we're doing groups, and we don't ever there's no time off. But it's what all the parents tell us when they come out there. We try them all. They said, "You guys are fun. You guys give us what we want," and that's what these guys are got to understand. They got to quit looking at it like it's a paintball field. It's a paintball business.
There you go. Yep.
And these players, they come out there, you get the wrong guy, but they're throwing paint on the ground, they're making it look like a bunch of slobs. That's unwelcoming. You
Yep.
have a welcoming environment. You got the grass cut, you gotta have You know, there was a movie I saw one time. It's called What Women Want. Well, what women want is they want to get their money's worth. They want to have a good time for their kid, and they want to get the hell out of their safe.
Absolutely right. But not all fields look at it that way. A lot of fields don't care if you come back. They want your money that day, and they could care about tomorrow because they
No,
just figure somebody else is going to take their place. But see,
yeah,
that's not what builds a business.
no. It's you get nothing off a one-time deal, and when they're throwing all these things, and everything. The reason they're throwing all this stuff is because they don't have any business. They're filling it up with it's like the filler in a bunch of mixed nuts. They throw all these events and get out there and beat up on each other. Well, they haven't done anything to build their business because these guys are going to leave you for $5 a case anyway.
Yep, no, you're absolutely right. Well, my hat's off to you for what you've done there. The facility is fabulous.
But I want to say something else. Nobody, and I was sitting there thinking about this today. When we were starting this thing back in the early 90s, you came out and Daryl came out and Bud came out. All you guys came out and helped me promote this thing. And you didn't charge me. I didn't pay you nothing. You didn't charge nothing. You guys did it just to grow the sport. I mean, nobody's done more than our core group to build this sport. And you guys got nothing out of the deal.
But it was so much fun. You
Yeah.
look at your big games. What do we draw in? Like 200-300 people?
Oh, absolutely.
RP Shira sent the semi with the paint. We had that meeting at your store downtown. Come on, what part of that was not fun?
Yeah, well, see, you just said the word again, fun. It's what it's all about. I mean, we can go anywhere and get beat up on or have a bad time. You turn the news on. But I mean, this is what everybody's got to keep in mind when they've got a business. Is you got to give them what they want. I'm done harping.
I think that's why.
This year too.
I think that's why guys like Bud and yourself and Lively, everybody that still keeps talking paintball in a positive light, and Wes Wong too. I'm going to throw Wes in there.
Wes is a great guy. That is one of my buddies, man. He's a good guy.
He is. He was watching the show earlier, so yeah, he's a
we
great
got some
guy.
really good guys, man. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. We got some really, really stand-up great guys.
Are we blessed for who we know in this sport?
Oh, absolutely.
Come on.
Absolutely. No, we're going more so, but I saw that and I said, man, I got to chirp in on this thing.
Well, I'm glad you did, Timmy.
I love you guys.
We love you too,
what
brother.
What you guys are doing is nothing but good. And, people can say what they want, man. We're just, we're heads and tails above them.
I'm with you.
See you, brother.
All right, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Andy and I we go back a long time, and we've had, and he follows what we're just now talking about too. He knows it's a family sport, and if you just want to, Dad comes out and plays, and it leaves in 2 years. That's what we used to have, But I remember like 3 families that came out. Dad brought the kids. Dad got involved, and they left Mom at home. I got Mom out, and so she could get an environment. And then Dad was getting kind of bored after 2 years. The kid was taking off, and Mom started playing paintball. Well,
there you go.
Dad didn't want Mom playing paintball, so I tell you, she gave him the finger. And there's 3 of them, and 3 of them I know of, and they started playing. They got a divorce, and Mom was still playing paintball when I talked to him about 10 years ago.
Wow.
And the kids are grown, and their kids are playing paintball. And
Well,
Dad's off. They don't even know what happened to Dad. He faded off into the sunset somewhere.
Well, look out here, bud. I mean, back in the day, Mark Gong, Michael Beard, and Dirk Gadbury, all of those guys played paintball. They all started playing paintball with me back in the day. Now they're out there still playing paintball. All their kids are not only out there playing paintball, some of their grandkids are out there playing paintball right now.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? It's, and Mark's kids, Mark Gong, Jaden Gong, and Mark Gong Jr., I mention him at the beginning of my show every week. Mark and Lily Gong, first of all, they're very special people to me because we go back a long time. but the way they've raised the attitude of their kids, they play very aggressive, very great little players. But if they lose, they don't come off and blame it on anybody. They don't come off bitching about this, bitching about that. They just come off, they tough it up, and they just think of what they did wrong and think of what they can do better to win next time. See, that's the
Hmm.
attitude. Because I've always said this: if parents are on the sideline or somebody's on the sideline watching a game and they see people come off bitching, they're going to walk away. They're not even going to want to give this sport a shot. But if they see people come off going, "Oh man, you got me. That was a good shot." Yeah, they're going to go, "You know what? This might be something I want to get involved in." And that's something I have preached from day one. And Bud, you know me way back in the day, and I've always said the same thing: is we need to keep bringing new people into paintball. You can't keep feeding off each other or make anything grow.
Well,
Well,
it's
you,
not
ha-
just bring the new
you,
people in. You've got to bring them in, but you've also got to have the right field mentality and the right culture at the fields in order to keep them. Which, like, you've been out to Dynamic, Fred.
Yeah, it's great.
oh yeah.
Right. It's because the
The
owner's great.
family environment is what's preached there. And of course, Mike doesn't allow people to go out and shoot up, new players. Um, all the seasoned players and all the team ones. I don't know if you caught it when you were there, but we have the old Reds armbands
Right.
that we used back in the day, the big, huge ones.
Yep.
There's a bucket of those up at the registration. And when they come in, like when I'm out there playing, and Tom and other people from just some of the different teams we've got, we go up and we get one of those armbands and we put it on. And when they're going through their orientation, they're specifically told, "Hey, if you have a problem, if you have a question about anything, be it on the field, off the field, want to know how to do anything, have problems with your equipment, problems with another player, doesn't matter. One, go find a referee. If you can't find a referee, find one of these guys with these red and blue armbands on and go to them immediately." Because what it's now done in that environment is opened up, because they'll see people like me and Tom standing there, and we got all these jerseys on with our names, and we look like players that it's intimidating, right? Well, they see these armbands and they'll walk up to us, and little kids and whatever it might be asking questions. Boom, they're not intimidated anymore. Now they're out wanting to play more. So it builds that culture that you need.
Yeah,
Well,
you're absolutely right. And he's got a great feel though. But his attitude, when I went out there, first of all, I didn't meet him there. I met him someplace else. You introduced me to him. I can't remember what tournament
World
we
Cup, he
were at.
was the prize
Yeah.
judge for the youth division,
Yeah.
giving out all the prizes while you were walking around complaining that your bag was heavier than mine.
It was. As a matter of fact, someone told me every time I turned around, you were putting more stuff in it. I can't say that's a fact, but
It is a fact.
yeah, it is a fact. There you go. That's what I
It's a fact.
okay. But you're absolutely right. And I think dynamic paintball is great. But that's the type of paintball fields that grow things. Tim's Field. Look at Tim's Field. Where would you want to take your kid? Take it to Tim's Field. Come on, God. Gateway
No,
Paintball is
Tim's
awesome.
Tim's Field for rec play. Me and Gene and Bart and them, we went out and played that at one of WCPLs that Sunday.
Yep.
You guys were still over there running the event. We
Yep.
jumped in the car and headed over to the rec fields. He's got, the ref staff was awesome. It was well maintained. The fields were immaculate. Some of the best fields I've actually ever seen in the country. I'm not just saying that because Tim's a teammate. No, I mean this
It's the
when I
truth.
say it.
Yeah. Now, you don't
But
have to kiss up to Tim. I'll do that. It's all good.
right, you can do that. But
Yeah.
no, the environment when we walked over there was very relaxed. Obviously well controlled, but there's a whole bunch of rec players over there, and we all got out and had a great time with the kids, the adults, the dads. It was a great afternoon of playing, but that's how field operators should be running their fields.
Well, Greg's a big part of that too, and Terry, I got to mention Terry. Terry is the behind the scenes kind of lady in Gateway Paintball. You should hear her on the phone when she sets stuff up. Holy
Oh
smoke!
shit!
I got to tell you,
You don't want to hear
she
it.
she nails it down right now. Just she's just like a book of knowledge when it comes to setting up
Yes,
these
yes.
play parties and just everything. So they got not just a great field. They got Tim, they got Terry, and they got Greg. So they've got a lot going for them other than the field. Hey, Damien, have you ever got to play Gateway yet?
I have not. I have
Oh,
not.
get that on
You
your
got
bucket list.
you got to come out, man. You got to come out with it. October.
October is when
See
you
if
want to come out. Yeah.
yes.
I
And
will.
It
I will
it's
do my best. We're my wife and I, who run the company. We sat down and we really started to think about some stuff, and we already have on the docket for next year Super Game Oregon. We've been asked and asked and asked about coming out to vend and play the event, and we're going to pull the trigger on it next year. We're going to hit Oregon next year for sure. We are talking about trying to get down to Myrtle Beach. We haven't been down to the Black Ops down in Myrtle Beach yet. There are quite a few bucket list fields that we're going to try to hit. And
try
it's
Gateway in October, though. I'm telling you, you would. The people that are there is amazing. It's hard to explain. It's like a paintball party. God, it is just very, very
it,
cool. And
it's like a big family gathering. I mean, is
bingo.
what it
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
wanted to go to that. I was going to go to the Super Game because they asked me to go up to Oregon Super Game every year, and I was going to go this year, but that was the same weekend that they had the deal for Aaron Carter down there, and so I had to make my call on that. As much as I wanted to go up there, I wanted to show my respect for Aaron, and
well,
that's why I got my shirt on tonight.
you definitely picked the better of the two events. Not that there was anything wrong with the game, but when you're playing in 6 inches of mud because it
I was
rained,
I was going to say it rained the whole weekend.
I saw those pictures and I'm
Yeah.
like, boy, look what we have to look forward to. Because
Yeah,
it does rain up there a lot.
it,
But
yeah, it does. It rained the whole weekend there that weekend.
yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
we're definitely going to try to start expanding out. My wife and I decided that it's not only for us, but it's for the company. We don't have a ton of gator mail out in California, out on the West Coast, because we don't get out there. We're clean on the East Coast.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but Damien, you haven't really explained what gator mail is. So let me be your commercial for you.
okay,
Um, so me and Tom met him and his wife and stuff at an event like 2 or 3 years ago, where I don't even remember where we were. Somewhere back on the
ICC. It was the
ICC.
ICC.
Yeah, and
It's his age, Damien. It's cool. Let him talk. Go ahead. Go ahead, Andy.
at least I can remember to put my underwear on, Fred. Um,
Hey,
you have
they
to
were just
remind him of
backwards.
the
I
thing.
had him on. Go ahead.
I have to check him like when he comes out of the hotel. Do you remember your underwear, Cap? He knows I can take it. But no, the gator mail. So we met you
I'm not
guys.
gonna touch it.
By the way, Tom says he totally forgot to hit you up for something for the event coming this weekend. He apologizes because they are a sponsor, Valley, remember too. But he makes these the gator mail. Put it onto your goggles, and it protects your neck. So he's done some with like the Alley Remembered logo and other things in them that we've got. You'll see Tom and stuff, see us wearing them, but they actually work. They're lightweight.
Yes, they
They
do.
don't pull your goggles off, and he can do all these kick-ass patterns and everything custom for you. But they're the best neck guards I've ever seen, and because they're hanging.
I play with them. I play with them.
Yeah,
They're
you got it.
phenomenal. Yeah, they're just. The first time I seen one, it just it blew me away. To be honest with you, I wouldn't say it's a simple idea, and it's definitely not simple to make one. That's for sure. But yeah, but it was such a terrific idea. It's
Well,
absolutely
sure,
terrific idea.
it protects old people because when you take thinners, blood thinners and stuff, you get hit in
I
the
do
neck.
now. Yep.
You start pumping. Well, I have been hitting the neck and I don't get pumping anymore. Just I don't
Nope.
even get a red mark. So they're great product. Great product.
Definitely,
100%.
yeah. My hat's definitely off to you and your wife
Well,
for that. But if you could ever make it this October to Gateway to Missouri, you would hang with us, Damien. You'd have such a good time. I can't even begin to tell you the fun that we have there.
I definitely will
A
see
blast.
what I can do. Now, I sent you one, Fred, that you won't wear because it's too pretty.
I've got it right over here. I absolutely love it. No, I won't
But
wear it. No.
Well, I got
last
one.
year,
What?
last year when I was up at the WCPL New York and got to jump in and play with the horn section against you in the band, which was like one of the greatest things ever. I told you guys when I first met you guys in person, like officially met you guys in person, and I was going to fanboy it up because I started out in 92 and I can remember, seeing you guys play and I was like, wow, this is awesome. And now I talk to you guys on a pretty regular basis and it's like I've come full circle in the sport. But Spike from the band has
Yep.
the band neck
Yep.
protector.
He sure does.
Well, you said last year at WCPL that you wanted me to make you one as well.
Yes, I did.
It's made, and it was going to come with me this weekend to give to you, but you're not going to be there, neither am I. So we will have to find at some point when we can get together so I can get it to you.
October in St. Louis.
Yeah, there you go.
I could see it now. Me going to Monica. So we're gonna just make a road trip in October for the heck of it. So
There
I
you
can
go.
see Fred.
Yeah.
You know what? She'd probably be like, okay.
Hey, I'll tell you, your wife would have such a good time with the band girls. She would not believe it. She would want to go wherever the band girls go. Am I right, Bud? Do the band
Oh, yeah,
girls have a good time?
100%. She'll become one. And then
Yeah.
it's got you have a problem at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
She's
yeah.
gonna
They
pick
go
where you
shopping.
go.
They go shopping. They leave us alone.
Yeah. Oh no, they spend a lot of money.
Well, they
Get
shop
your
and
wallet
drink at the
out,
bar.
'cause they spend some money, man. I'll tell you that.
That's why I
We're
don't
gonna
bring
go
my wife.
shopping.
It's
You
hard.
guys play paintball.
They have
Oh,
a good
shit,
time, though. I
man.
got to tell you, man. Absolutely love it.
It's cute, Damien, when we walk out of the hotel in the morning when Captain's like, all right, everybody in the cars. All the wives line up. They're like, okay, boys, have a good time. Play fair.
Yes. Bye. See you
Take your
later.
Geritol. Don't forget your aspirin. And that's the Band-Aids. And they put us in the car and off we go.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But they got a big ass smile on their face.
There
So
you go.
know.
180 degrees. 180 degrees. Yeah,
Oh,
they.
yeah.
Taking our wallets.
We all have a good time, and I got to tell you, if you ever get a
Oh.
chance to do it, Damien, do it. You'd have a great time with us. We would absolutely welcome you with open arms. One thing that the people that we put on the band, we feel are people that are good for the sport of paintball. If you're on the band, you are automatically known as a good person for the sport of paintball, period. Because that's the only type of people that are on this team. We don't need the best. We need guys like Andy. So
Wait a minute. I didn't get let on the team. He charged me.
Whoa,
I couldn't hold back on that. I couldn't hold back on that.
That's a good one, Andy. I like that one.
Captain, just make sure, please, just make sure this year when we're in St. Louis, not to shoot any of us in the back of the head again, please.
That was Bud.
No, that was you.
No, that wasn't me.
No, that was you. Bud wasn't on the field.
No, I had my eyes closed.
That explains it.
Hey, I pulled a flag this last time there too, remember?
That's true.
Yeah, sure did.
After the rest of it cleared the way.
Had a hard time running it back. I'm walking up, Damien, and I'm 15 feet from the flag station. I'm out of breath. Everything's hanging there. And all of a sudden, I see the cameras come up and start clicking. I perk up and run up and hang it. That's all I ran was the last 15 feet. The other 4,000 feet I walked.
That sounds a lot like how happy he was last year at WCPL when he got his flag pull and hang.
Yeah.
Got about 3/4 the way back and was like, somebody take this.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love it. Well, you know what, guys? And now our viewership keeps coming up, but I can't begin to tell you, how much I appreciate you guys taking the time to come on tonight, because I haven't been on in a few weeks because I've had some just some procedures done and everything like that. But I'm glad I'm back. I'll be back every week. Damon, you're more than welcome on anytime.
I appreciate it greatly.
Yeah, and I hope your thing is a success. I'd like to have you on
Yeah.
again before you do that again, so we can keep promoting it. So I'm gonna give you the invitation to come back on again.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly.
Well, I'm gonna let you say goodbye to everybody, and I'm gonna thank you one more time again for taking the time to come on here tonight.
Thank you as always for having me on. It's always more my pleasure to be on here with you and Bud and Bill when he's on and everybody, and it's just amazing. And I'm hoping we get to see each other, soon. Like I said, I'll shoot for October. I'll see what I can do. It'd be great. Hey Jeff, better late than never.
Very good, Jeff.
Well,
Make sure
everybody's
you
used to me starting at 7. Yeah, go ahead.
make sure you tell Mama hi for us.
Oh, I most
she's
certainly
a
will. I will be
definitely she's a great lady, by the
She
way.
is, she is
Absolutely.
amazing. She is definitely my rock and keeps my head above water in the right places. So, without her, there is no me and there's no Gator Mill. That's for sure. So,
Tell her we said hi.
I
From
most
all of us.
certainly will. It's
From
good
all of
talking
us,
to all
brother.
three of you guys. Like I said, hopefully we'll see you soon. Andy, have Tom message me and we'll try to work out something to get you something for this weekend.
Okay, I'll tell him.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your evening. Be safe and stay well.
You too,
Take it
man.
easy, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that was Mr. Damien Fowler from Gator Melee, one of the coolest products. Hey, and what's amazing about it is when it came up, it's something that the knights wore back in the knighthood days. You see the chains and stuff hanging down. And then when I found out that they put each one of those little rings together separately, I went cross-eyed. I'm like, holy crap, are you kidding me?
Yeah, you showed us how he did it. We were just like, wow.
And you know what? And the band, because Spike's got one that's got the B on it,
Yeah.
right? It's perfect. I'm like, oh my God. It's just fabulous. The guy's product's terrific, but what's really good about his product and his business is him.
Yep.
You know it? He is what's good about it. So,
Yeah.
all right, Andy. Well, I'm going to let you be next. I'm going to let you say goodbye to everybody. Again, thanks for coming on tonight. If I'm not at the event, I'm praying for you because I think it's a terrific event and I love what you do. But I'd sure like to be there to bust your chops. More fun than going to Disneyland. But it is
Well,
what it is.
think about it long and hard and, leave early and get out and have some fun. So won't be
Yeah.
as hot as last year. So that'll
Last
be
year was
nice.
great. It was great.
It was hot, it was dusty, but we had a ball playing. But
Absolutely.
it just,
I loved
it
every
just
minute
keeps
of it.
getting bigger. Even like right now with the tournament field, we've now added a second one. Remember where all the white Lego blocks were?
The box, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's all been cleared off. It's all now AstroTurf.
Oh,
And
wow.
the Lego fields moved over into the center. So that they've been out making and crew and teams, been out working on getting all that, all brand new netting, all the fields all lit up now with lights, airs down at
Very
each
cool.
start station. Yeah, there's been a lot of work going on. So
I
we'll
thought
make
Phil
it
was
fun.
pretty cool when I was there, especially, his tanks he used for the fill stations. That blew me away when I seen the size of them big old tanks.
Oh yeah.
His holding tanks. What a great
Yep.
idea. So right on, Andy. Well, I'll say
And
goodbye
Weeze
to
is on
everybody.
now too.
Yeah. I know.
See you this weekend, Weeze.
Right on, Andy.
Take
have a
care,
good
brother.
evening. You have a
Take
good
care,
evening,
brother.
my friend.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon there, bud.
All right. Yeah, call me soon, real soon. Like
Yeah, I'll give you a
maybe
call.
tonight or tomorrow.
That's fine. I'll call you.
All right.
All right, buddy. Bye. All right, everybody. Mr. Andy Stret, LA Remember Foundation. Well, Bud, I haven't been on in a few weeks because of all this other medical crap I've been having going on. But I can't thank you enough for coming back on tonight. I couldn't wait to come back on because this is something I really love. I love talking to people. I love talking to my friends. I love talking paintball. But you coming on, you make it so easy for me, and I just really do appreciate this.
I'm just a blabbermouth, you know.
Yeah, but you're good at it,
Yeah. Well, I try to be informative, you know.
Well, that you
You know,
already
you,
got a
you,
lot of.
you see so many people today that have something to bitch about, you know, and I'm trying to counter all that stuff nowadays because you know, negative thoughts, you know, got to go away. You know, come up and tell me, well, it should be this and should be that. I said, no, no, never is.
Yeah,
It's what you make it. It's what you
absolutely.
make it. It's what it's going to be.
Especially at
So,
our age, it seems like the older you get, the more you understand that why spend your life bitching and worrying about things, that you
it,
have no control over. Hang out with the people that you like. Hang out with the people that are good for.
well, I mean,
We have
it's
the same
perfect. Yes,
drive. I believe.
yeah, you're 100%, 100%. You know, it just,
So,
I don't, you know, I might say negative things once in a while, but I'm done with that shit. I mean, it's just life's too short, and when you get my age, it gets real short, and I
I
mean
know it.
really short, and the days are flying by. I don't even know what day it is, you know.
That's the problem. The older you get, I was telling my friend, it seems like the older I get, the faster time goes.
Oh shit! When do you get
Yeah,
80?
yeah. Well,
You
six more
blink your
years.
eyes and 2 days go by. You know, I
Six
thought,
more
what the
years.
hell?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, but let's
Well,
say goodbye to everybody. But I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on with me tonight.
well, it's my
I love it.
pleasure, and I love our family, our paintball family, and all the ones in it. It's just thank you, and thank my family, and love all of you. So,
Right on, brother.
all right,
You have
you
a good
take
evening.
you
Tell
take
Kathy I
care.
said hi. All right, man.
You do the same. You do the
I
same.
will.
All
All
right.
right. All right, everybody. Mr. Bud Orr. Man, what a terrific person, huh? Love the people I have on my show. I am so blessed for who I get to have on my show. I think it's absolutely terrific, and I'm so blessed for the people that view my show. I think my audience is the best in the world. I absolutely love you guys. So I appreciate everybody watching tonight. I haven't been on for a few weeks. I've had some medical problems, but I'm back up and running on this again. So I just want to thank all of you for watching. And please remember Aaron Carter and Jessica Cortez. That's why I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt tonight. Jessica, we love you. Period. So, to everybody, until next week, hopefully I'll get it back on Flagpole. I thought I had it on tonight, but that's how it works, I guess. So, remember, when we all work together, we make paintball bigger and better. So, please, let's all work together. Huh? Let's make this sport terrific. Let's make it super terrific. All right. So, until next week, 6 o'clock Pacific time on Facebook, please remember, play hard, play safe, play fair. Get out there and play paintball. All right. Bye, everybody.